Well, Sean, the football season just around the corner. Going to have a D1 field this year with 5 Saturday games. Sort of just talk about that and sort of just preparing for the start of the season.
Good schedule, tough schedule. Starting off first two games a year on the road, which is always tough to go on the road and play. But the guys will get used to making those bus trips for sure. And it works out in our favor having these Saturday games too. Gives the guys a chance to get a long weekend before they have to come back and play play another game that next week. Something I've been used to a lot. We'll have that Monday through Friday practice now instead of having to kind of go through our Sunday routine. And do have 3, I think, short weeks this year that we'll have to come back in after a Saturday game and end up playing. Go out and practice again on a Sunday and then get ready for that following Thursday. But I don't think we have any Thursday to Thursday games this year. So just the way the schedule worked out, and 4 of the 5 are on the road, which on those Saturdays, which is going to be a tough challenge for us. But we're looking forward to the season starting.
Well, you touched on it for a second. We look at opening up on a Thursday, August 28th against Colin. They have the defending Defensive Player of the Year in the nation. And then you rematch with your playoff game on the road on a Saturday night at Jones. Sort of talk about those 2 games to open the season.
Well, the good thing is at least we've been to both places, where our sophomores have anyway, that we know the environment, we know the stadiums, we kind of know the bus routine a little bit. So that's not going to be as new to us as we get on the road. But the first 2 opponents I know they're ranked in the top 30 in the nation. Be huge challenges for us. Colin coming off a great year. We played them last year. Played them the past year before too in 2012. So we kind of are familiar with them. And Jones we got to play last year in the playoffs. So hopefully the newness will still be there once we play them from last year, having to play in the last game of the year. And kind of picking them up on game 2 this year. So I know they're going to have great squads, great coaching staff, so it'll be a big challenge for us.
All right, then the next 2 games we open at home for Military Appreciation Night on September the 11th, and then go on the road for our 2nd division game of the year against Always Tough Northwest.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to getting back home for sure. I know that'll be a great night, having the military appreciation on that first home game. Be a lot of excitement, tailgating type atmosphere. Then have to turn around the next Saturday and go to Northwest, who's always been a big opponent for us. So you can't really hide anywhere in this league. You got to lock it up and play good teams each week, and you better strap it up each time you go.
Well, you talk about that, then you have a short week to prepare for the defending national champions in East Mississippi. They come to Fulton on the 25th of September, and then we go on the road against Kahoma for a 2nd year in a row, a team that got us last year in double overtime.
Yeah, that was a tough one to swallow last year for sure. And the way the schedule works out this year, we get a lot of great teams at the start of our schedule this year. So we're going to have to come out of the gate, pretty fast this year. Going back to Kahoma, I think it's their homecoming too. 1 o'clock kickoff, so that'd be one of our earliest games we would play for the first time of that season. So we're looking forward to having to get up and push through that and get that bus ride early in the morning.
All right, then you close out the season Northeast on a Thursday night, October the 9th, and then you got back-to-back Saturday games at Mississippi Delta, and then you come home for homecoming against Gulf Coast.
Right, and the Northeast game is always a huge game for us, for the school and things like that. And then we got to go down to Mississippi Delta, which I hadn't been back down there since my first year, I believe, the way the schedule worked out. And then we've got our last game against Gulf Coast at home for homecoming. So the last 2 weeks of the season, 2 Saturday games, so to kind of feel more like a 4-year atmosphere as far as the way we set our practices up and understanding, having that road game, then having to come back and get that Sunday off and come back Monday and start kind of doing scouting reports and preliminary game plans, and then have to look forward to having that Saturday. So it'll be a tough challenge for us. A lot of road miles we put on those buses, but we're definitely excited about it and be here before we know it.